What's up, everybody? Grumpy Giant coming at you from my Skyblock paradise. So as you can see, I did a little bit of cleaning up around here, making it look somewhat presentable. So I've come up with an idea, a plan, oh, too far, if you will. What I want to do is I want to have 2 rows of machines because we're going to need a lot more of the thermals. And I don't really want them to go down past this point. I want the rest of this because we're going to have probably pneumatic craft down here at the end. And tech reborn, yeah, somewhere in here. And what might happen, because we're going to have tech reborn, but we're also going to have industrial foregoing. So what might happen is it might get split. Do a little bit of maybe some, I don't know, either industrial foregoing will go right in here. And tech reborn here, or, you know, vice versa, whatever. The pneumatic craft stuff down here at the end, we kind of need it to be at the end because it's got some multi-blocks that the others just kind of don't have. And the rest of them can remain kind of compact like these. The difference being that the stuff from thermal just does so much more. So it'd be kind of ridiculous and honestly kind of redundant to go a whole lot further than this down here with the other mods. But this is the kind of visual theme that I'm thinking in this room. I kind of like it. I kind of dig it. It's got some interest. Yeah, you know, I like it. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. It'll look better once it's full, once it's complete. But for now, yeah, just let me know what you think. I like it though. But I've decided, okay, I made an executive decision here. We're gonna rush this section of thermal. All right. What we need to do is we need to just kind of plow through and get done with structure by structure, and refined oil, okay? Because as far as I can tell, and I don't know about the accuracy, but as far as I can tell, this section, once we get through these 2 gates, is going to unlock the advanced, and I'm hoping that the next thermal section, where is it? Down here, this thermal enhancement section, I'm really hoping that that is the section that will become the pipes, because making this whole area look pretty, it's going to be a heck of a lot easier with those pipes than it is using the wiring that we currently have access to and the pipes that we have access to. Plus, everything is going to go a lot easier with those other pipes. So, that being said, I've got a drum here, and it happens to be full of oil. Now, I don't know for sure. I hope. Maybe. No, of course not. So we're gonna need to do a little bit of piping. Let's do this. Let's pull that. We're gonna go back behind. We'll set this down. Where the magma... Oh, no, we need the still anyway. Maybe it will work. Okay, so we're supposed to be able to take... Ah, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. So we need to get enough naphtha to fill a bucket. Okay, so there are multiple ways to get naphtha. The standard kind of normal way that I go, because it's, I guess, somewhat easier. If you take charcoal and you pulverize it into the charcoal dust, you send that over to a magma crucible, and that's what these are all in line to do. So you take the pulverized charcoal down to charcoal dust, or coal, send that over to a magma crucible, which burns it into... Oh, what is that stuff? Liquefied charcoal or liquefied coal. Anyway, you take that, you transfer it from the magma crucible into a fractioning still. The fractioning still will then produce naphtha out of it. Okay? And when the naphtha is done, we need a bucket. Hopefully I can pull back out. I don't know. I might have to wiggle this around and take one of the the transposers over here. That's fine if I do. Anyway, you take this naphtha. Yeah, we can. Awesome. So we're going to take this naphtha bucket and we're going to hold on to it because by itself, I mean, you can use it as a fuel, but it's kind of weak. So what we want to do, we want to get another bucket of crude, put it in the fractioning still, let it do its thing. While that's going, actually, in this magma crucible over here, this is set up as the crucible transposer team, which is kind of the normal way that this runs. So what we want to do, each ender pearl is worth 250 millibuckets. So we want to take 4. I do believe. We're going to put 4 in and just see what happens. We'll be able to get a bucket out of it at least. This takes a while in its basic form. Keep in mind, none of these machines have been upgraded at all, but they all do wonderful, wonderful things. So we're going to take this naphtha, and I am going to auto output enable, which is going to send it over to this fractioning still. This fractioning still is going to turn the naphtha into refined fuel. Now, it's going to take quite a bit, so we need probably another bucket of oil in here. The beauty of this entire setup, over here, I went ahead and I lost them. There they are. So over here, I've got the various dynamos. Now, dynamos are thermal expansion's power generation solution, okay? Very, very good. Very easy to operate. For the most part, especially once you start getting into some of the augments for them, they become really potent, really powerful. Fairly early game stuff, mid game stuff. They're not going to put out the same power as an extreme reactor or anything else. But right now, we don't have access to that anyway, so it doesn't matter. But what we do have access to is a compression dynamo. And the dynamos are very simple recipes. They're all pretty similar to the other machines, except they don't require machine frames or device frames. So the compression dynamo generates energy from fuel and coolant. The coolant can be water. You can also, as long as it's still in the pack. Okay, so there's a couple of augments because we've got this setup going right now. There's a couple of augments that we're really wanting to look at because they're extremely interesting to us. So first and foremost, let's take a peek. I know it's around here. Okay, so there is an augment for closed loop cooling. This is one that works really well on the dynamos that require a coolant because this eliminates the need for said coolant. It's for the compression dynamo. Now, the problem is, you see the note here. It says, specifically, only one specialization may be installed. Where that comes into play is right up here. Nope, not right there. I lied. Nope, not right there either. Where is it? Nope, that's not it. Well, there we go. There we go. Okay, the augment ignition plugs. That's the one I was looking for. This one, the compression dynamo, greatly increases power generation and efficiency, but it can only use refined fuel. Not a big deal, obviously. We just saw it's not hard to make refined fuel, right? We've got a bucket of it right now. Boom. Quest complete. This bad boy is done. So one of our gates is finished. The other gate, we need Enderium. All right, so this is where thermal really becomes just a beastie. Okay, so we've got 1,000 millibuckets. Can we put that back in? No, of course we can't. Can we put this in there? Yeah, we can. So what we need to take this. This is Resonant Ender. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. If I put this on the ground and step into it, it's going to teleport me to some random place. we'll say fun. Okay, so okay, come on. The recipe for Enderium, to make an Enderium ingot, is an induction, well, can you do it in, no, okay. Yes, an induction smelter recipe. You need the Enderium blend and sand. Okay, so Enderium blend is 3 lead, grit, or dust, or pulverized, blah, 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 and a platinum dust, pulverized platinum, etc. So what I've done, I went ahead and did pulverized platinum and pulverized lead. All right, so we need 3 plus 1 plus this bucket of Resonant Ender, and we have 4 Enderium blends. Now we need sand because I didn't prep that far ahead. I'm sure you're surprised. Speaking of prepping that far ahead, I want you to see this. We have 85,500 sand. And it's because I went ahead and built a sand generator over here, which I am now pulling all the sand from. It's quick. It is super, super fast. This has been running since, oh, I don't know, probably 2 to 3 hours of game time. And it's already produced that much. It's kind of broken, I think. So yeah, that's cool. We'll leave that for now. I think it's going to gum up real soon here because it just filled up the storage crate thing. Okay, so we need to come over here to the induction smelter, right? So we are going to put 1 sand in and 1 of our Enderium blends in, and we get an Enderium ingot. And you saw how quick that was. Okay? They're not all going to be that quick, but they're all pretty quick. Okay, so frame by frame. Oh, dear. This is funky locomotion. Okay, I did not pay that much attention to see that that was funky locomotion. Sweet. Okay. I'm going to clean some of this stuff out, but we'll take a peek and see. You know what? We should probably just smelt the rest of that too. Boom, boom. We'll let that go. All right, so let's look at funky locomotion. All right, so what did we need? We needed a frame block, a booster, projector, pusher, puller, slider, teleporter. This is a cool mod. I'm not sure how much Invar. So we need a whole bunch of Invar. Did we bring up a bunch of Invar? We brought up some. But Invar is a lot easier to make now. Hint, hint. Induction Smelter is our best buddy. So let's take a look. So, why you do that? I don't want that one. I want that one. Induction Smelter should be... Why you gotta do that? Nickel and iron. Is it gonna make me do the dust? It looks like it's gonna make me do the dust. That's okay. So we can do this. Let's get this started in the pulverizer. Because this is going to take just a minute. See, it's not super fast, but it gets the job done A-OK. Alright, so we've got some Invar. We're going to need a few nuggets, so let's get a recipe of nuggets. And there is the frame blocks. Alright. Frame booster, projector, and pusher. Frame booster. So electric. Can we do that one? Oh, we don't have a pusher. Slime ball. But that says... What? Alright. This is easy enough stuff for the most part. For the most part. So let's go... I've got some pistons put together down here. You know what? I tell you what. You've kind of seen what's going on with that. Let me get this stuff together, and I'll get right back with you. All right, guys, I am back. So I went ahead and got all of the bits and pieces put together. Get all this rearranged here. Put together for the first quest. This guy, the frame by frame. There's a block booster, projector, pusher, puller, slider, teleporter. That's not easy to say, but I got all that stuff put together anyway. So right now we're working on structure by structure. So we needed 8 super frame corners and 12 super frame edges. The recipes for these are a little bit funny. Each of the recipes for the super frame corners requires a frame pusher. So I've got 8 frame pushers put together here. And then the super frame corners, I hope we have enough electrum, require a frame pusher, 4 electrum, makes 1 super frame corner. We need 8 of these. Which means we need all but 1 of those. Because we already have 1 made, so we need 8 total. So there's our 8 super frame corners, and we still get to keep our 1 frame pusher, a pucher, and then the super frame edges are a little bit easier. We're missing 1 Enderium nugget. Easy peasy. A super frame edge is 6 frame blocks and 2 Enderium nuggets. And there is our super frame edge. I am not positive on how to put that stuff together, honestly. So I guess we'll have to play that one by ear. But there's our 2 lockouts. And yes, thermal enhancements. Oh, you have no idea how excited that gets me. Oh, man. Oh, yes. Oh, just seeing this. Just this by itself. Oh, oh boy. I can't even express to you the excitement that I am feeling right now. Okay. Look at that. Oh, man. Oh, okay. Calm down there, Grumpy. You're supposed to be grumpy, not excited. Okay. So, let's get basic transferring knocked out, because this has to happen. Alright, so we need a servo, leadstone, flux duct, a fluid duct, and an item duct, both of the opaque variety. But we need to, first, we need to say, yes, gimme. Oh, I'm so happy. So happy. Let's put all this junk over here because I don't know. At this moment, I don't care about it. Honestly. Don't hatch. Thank you. Okay. Oh, man. Alright, let's do this. At thermal. Oh, look at all the pipes. Oh, yes. Alright, so we need a leadstone flux duct, and that is lead, glass, and redstone. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, and then the fluid duct, the opaque fluid duct, is a lead ingot and copper ingots. Yes. And that's an impulse. That's coming up too. Item duct, opaque, is tin and lead. Yes. And a servo is iron nuggets. Let's get some of those. And iron, redstone, and glass for a servo. Oh, my. Oh, yes. There we go. Now we need hardened transferring, and this is all invar. So we got hardened flux duct, hardened fluid duct, and a hardened servo. So let's put these in here for right now. We will be replacing all of this nasty, although very pretty, occasionally, wiring up here. Oh, there, you did hatch. No. Alright. No, now we got chicken to deal with. Chicken can go with the TNT. All right. Calm down. So we need the hardened stuff now. So hardened flux duct is Invar nuggets, redstone, and leadstone for 1, or we can do 3 with 3 plus 3 redstone plus an Invar ingot. We're going to do that recipe because it's easier. The hardened fluid duct that's super easy. Really? So lead and Invar ingots, I don't remember it being that easy. But you know what? I'm not going to complain. That is awesome. All right. And the beauty of these pipes, once we get to them, the signalum plated pipes will allow you to move items or fluids and energy. And then the structural ducts allow us to move redstone signals, because they'll separate circuits of any kind, but they'll still carry redstone, which is where this guy, the redstone relay, comes in. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So we need to find, what did we need to find? We need to find hardened servo. Okay, that's easy. Hardened servo right there are Invar ingots, iron nuggets, glass, redstone, hardened servo, a git. Thank you. So we're going to blast through some of these, and then maybe between episodes I might start wiring these up, or we'll spend the rest of the episode doing this once we get to the point that we can't continue any further. So reinforced is going to be all about, let's see, so redstone energy flux duct. Does this have to be full? It looks like it does. Okay, so reinforced servo. Let's take a peek here. That's reinforced filled servo. It's electrum and iron nuggets. That is doable. What else was there? Super laminar fluid duct. Some of these get a little bit different. So let's look at the impulse item duct and see if we're starting to hit super laminar fluid duct. Yeah, okay. So these take the hardened glass and around a hardened fluid duct. That's doable. We'll get there in just a minute. Impulse item duct. Okay, let's take a peek there. Okay, I lost it. Impulse item duct, but it wants the opaque one. There, impulse item duct opaque. Lead and impulse. Okay, so this is the impulse. Okay, come on. Fluid transposers, an item duct plus energized glowstone. See, this, now you're understanding why we want the multiple magma crucibles plus fluid transposers. It's because of things like this. In 3 recipes that we've just seen, we needed Resonant Ender, which is ender pearls melted down. We needed energized glowstone, which is glowstone melted down. And we need, in the, where is it? Redstone energy flux duct, we need the destabilized redstone, which is redstone melted down. Not a huge issue by any means. We can do it as is because the magma crucible here feeds into the fluid transposer. However, it is substantially easier to get this task done with multiple machines. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a quick cut here. I'm going to put together the trifecta. 3 pairs of fluid transposers and magma crucibles. They're all going to be in this section here. In fact, I might move these machines. Because even though at this point we don't really need anything above leadstone, I don't know that I want to go ahead and wire them up with anything less than... Well, you know what? We'll decide that when we come back. I will be right back with you. Alright, guys, I am back. I needed more redstone, so I had to come down here and start processing that out. So I'm going to let that go. As you can see, we've got a glowstone set, an ender set, and a redstone set. This becomes more important later on when we start getting into automation. I don't know when that is going to happen. So, for now, the leadstone flux duct will transmit 1000 RF per tick. That is absolutely plenty at this moment. So let's go ahead and start wiring this thing up. What we're going to do is go behind. And I want to do, I guess, power... We'll do power underneath these ones. That one apparent. Oh, that's not even a machine. I really should make the wrench. The wrench makes this much faster. And then those two, we need to get rid of that wood there, and that wood there. And then we can throw down the rest of those. And what I'm thinking is down here on this end, because we've got our fractioning still here, that's going to be turning stuff into fuel. I think we're going to set up our dynamos right down here, because I'd like to convert over to the dynamos. It just makes things so much easier to deal with. It really, really does. We're not set up to do that just yet, I don't think, but that's not what I wanted. We're not even in the right stinking... There's the compression dynamo. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to bring this down here. We might as well. And I need a block. So we will kick this. Not that. Yeah, yep, that works. No, one back. I really should get that figured out. Okay, so this guy right there, and then we'll put the compression dynamo... Oh, why? Why? Whatever, that's fine. We can make that work. So we will kick this up and back. I don't like that. I wanted it facing down so I could run water to it, but you know, I guess that's okay. That'll work. We can run water elsewhere. We got two more faces we can attach to. Okay. And we will need water and coolant unless we do the augment, but that is going to require us to upgrade this to hardened, which we can do. We definitely have the capability, but it's not something that we're going to do just yet. And then I need to run power up to these bad boys too. Yep, no, that's too many. Oh, come on. Oh, that's the wrong block. Alright, let's run back around here. And I want to probably... Unfortunately, right about where this thing is. So we're going to do it differently then. And we'll just kick power down here. And then I'll probably rearrange it between episodes so that this can run against this wall. So we've got our flux ducts run to all of our various machines, which is excellent. And all we need to do is run some fluid ducts. We don't need hardened though. Did we use all of our regulars? Might have. No, fluid duct. Okay, cool. Q. So fluid duct. We've got our flux ducts out. And I think the only thing that we really want to do... No, you know what? We can just run it off of the water that's down below. So let's do that. Let's come over here. And I want the water to come up here now. Just because of the way that worked out. Not super fond of it, but hey. So we'll come up here. This is water. Where is it? Right there. Alright, and then No. We'll kick that there. And hopefully we can just direct attach that. I don't know if it'll work or not. I guess we'll find out. Okay, fly. Fly, little birdie. So let's get the water in here. Will that attach? It will. Yes! Beauty-miss! And then our fluid duct, we can poke out here. And then come down like this. And then we'll need a servo. And I think just the regular servo should do just fine. I just want to get this running, and then we can kind of leave it alone. We don't need the hardened one, did we? We have the regular one right there. The regular one works with fluids, right? Fluids extraction rate 50%. You know what? Let's put the hardened one on there. 75%. That's slightly better. So we'll put this on here. That's not what I want, though. Because that other fluid, and I don't want that either. Where's my hammer? Right there. Stop it. Jerk. Hardened servo, go on there, and we will ignore redstone, which means we should, once we configure this for an output on the back, and auto output enabled. Why? Really? Really? Fluid duct. Refined fuel. Okay, well, do we have a bucket? We don't have a bucket. Of course not. Can I do... Oh, do I need to... No, I can't. Okay, so you're going to be a pain then. I wonder if that fluid duct just won't do it. Oh, not that one. Do I need hardened fluid duct? Oh, now you'll work. So I guess the servo was just making it mad. Or it needed the hardened. That's cool, though. So this guy is going to produce power. We do need to augment it because it's only putting out 40 RF per tick. But to do that, we need to upgrade it. So, realistically, we are pretty much golden on that front. So, let's see. Yeah, so we have our first basic little set of power. We've got our magma crucible fluid transposers set up. We can start automating a little bit of this stuff. I am super, super stoked that we got our pipes. All of these bad boys. The flux ducts, the fluid ducts, all of that. That is fantastic. So now we can just start working on the rest of the quest lines. And we don't have to rush anything else like we had to rush here because these pipes are such a lifesaver. And then you can see here, so next episode, we may continue down the thermal line a little bit, or we may move on to either Pneumaticraft or Tech Reborn. We'll probably go down the Tech Reborn line sooner than later because of this down here. The automated Sky Factory 2 stuff. Or Sky Resources 2, Sky Factory 2. That's the wrong pack, Grumpy. That's the wrong pack. The Sky Resources stuff. That's the automated Sky Resources stuff. So, maybe at the beginning of next episode we can set up the automated Sky Resources stuff And then we can continue down the line with thermal expansion and get all this stuff knocked out and start making this place become hyper functional. I am excited. We are in a wonderful place right now. We are doing some fantastic stuff. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'd love to hear from you. If you did enjoy this episode, please consider hitting that like button. It really helps me out, and I really like to know how I'm doing. If you enjoy what I'm doing on this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And thanks for watching. Till next time, Grumpy Giant signing out. Bye-bye.